everyone, and welcome back to Higurashi no Kakoro or Higurashi when they cry, onikakushi. We are going to load this thing up and find out what happened when Reina and Mion attacked us. Reina and Mion attacked me. They were about to inject me with whatever caused the symptoms of Tomidaki-san. But right before that happened, I fought back. I twisted my whole body and threw Reina as she was pinning my arms. Then I followed through with a spin and ran my foot hard as I could into Mion's torso. It was so soft. Reina tried jumping on me, so I tackled her as hard as I could and slammed her against the wall. In that brief moment of having them off balance slipped by, Soshi's bat that was left carelessly by the side of my desk. Bleep. At that moment, everything went pitch black. There was nothing recorded past this point in the videotape of my mind. Then, that wasn't right. It wasn't there. Was nothing recorded? It was recorded just fine. Just the other me inside myself had told me not to look and had turned off the TV. The screen had gone black, I couldn't see it. Doesn't mean my videotape then me hadn't recorded it. The TV was just off. The video was still playing. Tape within me creaking and still playing. On the other end of the pitch black screen, that horrifying video was still playing. Compared to this, though, this screen before my eyes was still so difficult to take in. There was blood splattered everywhere on the walls, the two of them in these unnatural poses. No sign of movement from them. I couldn't even tell if they were breathing. None of the circumstances were. My friends, these girls had attacked them. I had attacked them. I may have even killed them. But if I hadn't done this, I would have been the one done for. Balancing that out on an imaginary scale, it felt odd. I'd even feel bad about it. Even with this bit excessive, this was just self-defense. Proof was all here. Two of them collapsed here, and Mion's syringe filled with the unknown drugs, certainly solved the mystery surrounding the incident with Tomitaki-san. And from the fact that the two of them were involved, they'd be able to pick out the criminals one after the other. I still might have suspected this, but that was just fine. Anyway, this should be a police affair. This won't fade the darkness like Reina's past incidents. As long as the police were involved, that sure would bring this to a close. They'll probably resist their investigation and the chain of incidents. Oishi-san would definitely get to the bottom of it. Gaining my wish, not wanting to die, wanting to know the truth that would be fulfilled in its most basic form. All that mattered now, that Dr. Rainer called, should be getting here soon. I'll confess everything to him. I needed to contact Oishi-san. All at that moment I remembered, besides the doctor, a manager had been called. It was easy to imagine there were some people involved with the incident, judging by Rina and Mion's conversation. The ache in my chest caused a gruesome deed I'd done dissipated. It was not over yet. This place was no longer safe. Stay calm, Keiichi-maeba. It's not over yet. I need to live long enough to tell the police of this incident. The moment I felt, I heard someone from outside. The people who were speaking, they're more than one person. I moved the curtain ever so slightly and peeked outside. It was a bizarre sight. About 4 or 5 grown men were all gathered around the gate. Very much resembled 2 men who had sold to me at the dam site today. 2 might even be among them. There was one person wearing a white coat. He didn't look like a doctor at all. My gut told me in disguise, only posing as a doctor. The guy would probably ring the bell and get me to open the front door, pretend to be a doctor and get me to open the door, and the rest of them would all rush in at once. The moment I saw the car parked behind the man, my heart skipped a beat. The white van. No mistaking it, that van. The one that had tried to run me down. The man in the white coat entered the gate, head towards the front door. The rest of the men hid in the bushes and watched him. I probably couldn't pretend I wasn't home. Undoubtedly, they'd just break the window and enter. I needed to get out of here somewhere. Then use the public phone to contact Oishi-san. Then meet up somewhere. First of all, I need a weapon. Then shoes. Before all that, one thing I had to do. No intention of dying. I lived to reveal the truth about this nonsensical curse for Shiro-sama. But what would happen to me on the regret of a turn may bring about my demise. And that's why there's one more thing important than getting out of here right now. I need to get that clock out quickly and take the note hidden behind it. Damn it! Tape was sticking to it fast. It'd be fine if it was torn a little. I opened it slightly and tore a note and began writing a passage with a ballpoint pen. It was, if I wasn't able to inform Moichi-san, then let's say at least I could rely on this note. Never thought of a piece of torn college ruled notebook paper could be this reliable before. I had no time. I'd only write what I knew right now. Need to leave some sort of information that would lead them to uncover the truth. Ryan and Meow are conspirators of the perpetrators. This is an undeniable fact. I still believe that. But what was the fact? Anyhow, I'll leave all the information that will help find the perpetrator. There are 4 or 5 adults, maybe more. They have a white van. This is everything I've been able to see from the window. There may be more. Also, there's another person known as the manager. To begin with, the term manager didn't even mesh with the name Mizawa at all. They were going to include manager from past incidents, then the only construction foreman, the victim of the first murder, very first victim in the chain of incidents, killed in a lynching, his body divided into 6 pieces. His right arm was never discovered. The police should have confirmed that death. But Reina and Mion both called him manager. They said manager. They wouldn't use the term to refer to someone who was dead. The police were never even convinced that someone who was deceased could be involved. Could it be some sort of oversight? I don't know. But even if I didn't know, it could be a big hit for Oshi-san. That's right, they need to start fresh from the first simple dismemberment, but starting a string of mysterious deaths that would follow. Soon there must be something hidden there. So please reinvestigate the victim from the dismemberment incident. He's alive. His death should be established after the autopsy. Logically, you would think as much, but is that really the case? Could it be some sort of ploy he'll deceive the police with? I shouldn't jump to conclusions, but he may still be alive. I have no time to ponder right now. Oh yeah, there's something even more important I need to write. Tomitaka-san's death was from an unknown drug. That's right, the drug. It was an irreplaceable piece of evidence. No doubt just having this, everything would be uncovered. You couldn't just leave a vital clue lying on the floor. The syringe is proof. Writing that down, I stuck the syringe on the back of the clock with plenty of tape, so it would absolutely not slip off and fall to the floor. Firmly, firmly. Ding dong, the bell rang. They were here. I couldn't write anymore. But even still, there was one last thing I had to write. I have no idea why it has become like this. This may be the closest thing to the truth of everything I wrote in this note. If you're reading this, I'm probably already dead, though you may not find my body. If you're going to write out everything that could happen, they're dying from the curse of being demoned away. You who are reading this, please uncover the truth. That is my only desire. As my last will and testament was close. It was certain that I was going to die, but it was my final plea, just in case. Pulled the note, stuck it to the back of the clock, and returned the clock back to its usual spot. I couldn't help but pray, Oshi-san. If something happens to me, I leave the rest to you. After that, I gazed down silently at Reina, and this was probably the last time we'd ever see each other. Reina, Mion, I really had thought all of us were friends. But why did it end up like this? I never had any fun in my previous school. Only worried about standardized test scores, about it the school I hoped to get into. Was really wanted to go to a safety net. That's all I wanted to talk about. It was a dull life. People would call friend was also my rival, studying in competitions, in personal records, and standardized test scores. Everyone here taught me how unhealthy that lifestyle was. This month was really fun. Making a fuss over lunch, making a fuss over the club, making a fuss over the festival. Something hot dripping down from my face. Uncontrollable tears. Should have no obligation to shed tears for them, but they wouldn't stop. Even if they were after my life. Even if they were trying to kill me. Everything that happened this month, I wouldn't forget it. Or could it be those happy days were all a facade as well? Was a trap meticulously orchestrated up until that age to ensnare me? Could it have been I was just arbitrarily assumed that they were my friends? That couldn't be the case. But the rain and Amino, they really were my friends. Those happy days, there was nothing fake or unclear about them. Someone probably forced them to try to make them up their minds or were taken or possessed by supernatural entity known as Yashiroreaper. Regardless, both Rihanna and Amino, they were my best friends ever. And when they were coming after me, it wasn't of their own volition. Wait, they weren't the kind of people to see their friends regardless of what or not they were forced. There's no way such a thing like being possessed by Yashiroreaper happened in reality. Then did the real Reina and Amino come after me? What was I thinking? What a silly, dumb idea. I'm both beaten down both Reina and Amino, and still debating whether if they were the real ones or fakes. If there was no real or fake. Only the reality that was before me. Reina and Amino were sprawled out at my feet, and that was the only truth. The only trying to twist my facts to the benefit that I had beaten my friends to death. No matter how I spun it wouldn't change reality. Amino and Reina were both dead. Felt like a crack in the dam of emotions I was holding back. If I felt that compensated, there was nothing more. I recorded the opening instant and be leaking out. I killed them. I killed them. Reina and Amino, I killed them. The doorbell rang again. The unrelenting echo pulled me into a composer once again. I didn't have a moment to spare. Quickly, I had to get away. I didn't want to die. I wouldn't cover everything that the identity of whoever, whatever, had pushed me this far. Even if I had to drink mud and eat grass, I would survive. I would survive. I would definitely survive. I killed Reina for that very reason. I also killed Amino. I went that far just to keep living, so I can't die. For my sake and for the sake of the late Reina and Amino, I have to survive. I ran towards the door and grabbed my shoes. The doorbell rang again as if to urge me on. Behind the singularly solitary door they were there. Keeping quiet, I headed towards the kitchen, heading towards the back door. Before opening the back door, I put my ear checking for people outside. No one. After I put my shoe on, I opened the door as if not to make a sound. There he is! The back door! Piercing echo. Voices said through me, sitting my hair on end. I had to run. Get out of here, Keiichi. I went after another. I felt the self-rational intelligence I was thinking to use despair still out of me. I didn't feel any pain at the brush, just scratching my arms and forehead. The tone I was pulsing in my heart also felt neither fatigue nor pain. My entire being wished to live. There was nothing else it desired. It probably had no complaints whatsoever, so of course I wouldn't feel fatigue. I just ran, just recklessly rushing in the direction I was heading. Even if nobody was chasing after me, I'd still be running like this. There was a thought in my mind of what I was heading. I turned around and the present right next to me. The present was, without a doubt, chasing me like a shadow. Even if I took one stick, I would be devoted. That was what I thought. So I didn't turn around. I didn't stop. I ran at full speed. What? It showed me in the Higurashi telling me it was evening, trying to tell me something as they finally heard it. Then the wailing cry of their victims who didn't make it. Would I be joining them? Quack. Only Higurashi knew. They knew everything. They definitely knew. So I ran towards where I could hear more Higurashi chirps. The farther I ran, the farther away their chirping became. I couldn't get near them. Why are you all running away? Was it my fault? Was I one to blame? Then I'll apologize. I'm sorry. 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 And I felt the Higurashi knew. Wow, that was fucked up. I like how this is slightly different from the anime. The smoking room was filled with a cloud of cigarette smoke. The extensive cigarette smoke filter gave off an electric noise that didn't seem to know what it's doing at all. Why did smokers have to be shoved this far into the quarter where the sun couldn't even reach? I recall hearing the tax revenue from tobacco was about a tenth of the municipality's revenue. I'm good at English, guys. We're the most heavily taxed members of this municipality, so I really wish they show us a little bit more respect. Why would I discard 5 Manzu at just increasing your options? One of your younger detectives was having a starring contest with the Manjong magazine next turn. You're still in Tenpai if you can't cut 5 Manzo. I'm betting Hetai. You shouldn't be going on with Mangan. Kuma-chan, look at the pond. I'll discard 5 Manzoon. It's a safe tile. You'd hate if at endgame some was sitting on the Tenpai on the last turn, wouldn't you? He let out another groan and put on his ship, then took another one. I just don't agree. Why would you reduce your own options? By the way, you can tell by the roll your winning tile is a hete. What? Why is that? There's a voice coming from down the hall. Are you here, Oshi-san? You have a call from a civilian. Oh, ain't that something? Well, see you soon. Why can't you call Ron on it? Hold on for a second, Oshi-san. The man sitting in the seat was Oshi-san away at the telephone receiver. Outside line from a payphone. Oh, why, thank you. Sorry for keeping you waiting. This is Oshi-san. Who is it? Oshi-san. Hello. Oh, if it isn't my son. Why, good evening. From the tone of my bar's voice, I already knew he was in a predicament. This was the first time my Rara-kun had been like this to me. He was calling me from a payphone. Please calm down. Did something happen? Well... His voice was erratic, and the line he completely lost his sense of composure. After checking nobody else could hear, I prompted him in a hushed tone. What happened? Calm down, my son. I can have a local officer head to your location. I'll be there too. I think that's impossible. His voice quivered and was hoarse. He wasn't surrounded by people, even as he was making this call, was he? My son, you're calling from a payphone right now. Where is that payphone? No other sound besides my Bara's voice. It had be a phone booth. I scratched the head and note and thrust it to the person sitting across from me in the Mizawa phone booth. He understood and quickly hastily started on the internal lines. Calm down, my son. What is your situation? It usually wasn't such a good idea to tell someone panicking to do so, but this is not a usual case. My Barakun didn't get in trouble, get away, and call me. He was in the midst of something dangerous right now. But yelling at my Barakun would needlessly cause him even more frantic. My Barakun was just calling to seek help. He was trying to tell us more than that. Whatever that was, it didn't get it from his call. I was certain there'd be another chance. My colleague pushed the note in front of me. There's only one booth in Hinamizawa. Patrol car is on its way. 5 minutes. That's too long. How many officers are there in there? 2. Not enough. It was safe. It was as if I imagined there were likely quite a few people surrounding my Barakun. 5 minutes was too long. She called the officer station in Hinamizawa. Scheduled to be on patrol. They're currently out, and it's impossible to contact them. God damn. Kuma-chan, bring your car around. Understood. Hello? Oshi-san? Cough. Hello. Alright. I can hear you loud and clear. There's something wrong with my son. It was a normal coughing sound. Vomiting? Or was it blood? Had he already been attacked? Was he injured? My son, the police are on their way. Be there in a couple minutes, so hold on somehow. Hello? Can you hear me? My son? I could hear on the other end of the line he was having a coughing fit. Worst possible situation popped into my head. My son, who's the culprit? How many other people are there? I thought at first the culprit was human. I could tell that the cough it was a cough or vomiting. Are you alright, my son? I thought that the culprit was a person and not Orashi-sama's curse up until right now, but I guess in the end It was an intense bout of coughing and vomiting, but I guess Oshima does exist. He's here. My Barson, please, please calm down. I've been thinking it's strange for a while now. It's been following me this whole time. I run and run and run, but it sticks to me like a shadow. But slowly, so slowly, it's digging itself into my back. My Barson, are they right now? Person? Right behind you? Behind me. Right behind me. He's my Barson. I can tell you're scared, but please, who is that right behind you? I can't just look behind me. If I do, I understand that you're scared, but please tell me. You just need to turn around for a bit. Who is it? Who's it behind you, Maya-san? I said that I could hear him vomiting intensely, followed by a nightmarish sound. Maya-san, could be that you're clawing out of your own throat? There was no answer, but I could hear something like scratching. There's a bang, as if something was being. My bar couldn't probably drop the receiver. Hear groaning and vomiting on the other end and repeated an abnormal noise. Hello! Hello! My Barson! Hello! I knew how far away my voice would sound on the other end, but I couldn't help but shout. At that moment I heard whispering coming from the other end. I couldn't tell what he was saying. From the way he was saying it. Was he talking to himself? Or was he talking to someone there? Hello? My Barson? Rather than whispering, it was kind of mantra. He was chanting over and over again. I focused my senses trying to pick up what he was saying. What was he repeating? What exactly? Beep. Suddenly the line went dead. Did he use up all the time? It was because it was a payphone. Because it cut out so abruptly. The last thing he said came out clearly in my mind. Oishi-san, the car is good to go. Oishi-san. I'm sorry. Oishi-san? I was repeating. He said, I'm sorry. I had a gut feeling. There was no longer a need to hurry. I could hear the chirp of the Higurashi spring from the open window. Quick. I should be able to hear them this time of the evening. I just wasn't paying any attention. Why did I focus on them all of a sudden? Quick. Were they trying to tell me something? Only the Higurashi knew. That's how I felt. July 1983. Higurashi, a rural village near Shinabo City. There was a murder involving two male students. The suspect is Kajimura, age 16. The suspect called over two female classmates. Whenever you can steal to his house and beat them to death with a metal bat. The scene of the crime of the suspect's room on the second floor of his house. Inside the room was covered with a significant quantity of splattered blood, and there were signs of struggles for the victim. In addition to the scene of the crime, the entryway in the living room had all traces of a struggle. The entryway of the shoe rack on the wall had evidently been impacted by a blunt force. It's believed to have been the same bat as the murder weapon. Having no traces of blood on it, it's believed this destruction occurred before the murders. There was a possibility that the suspect overpowered his victims to keep them from fleeing. In the living room, the rug had been pulled down, then thrown aside. It's hard to believe this had a connection to the struggle of the victims, thus the reason remains unknown. In the kitchen, the garbage bag was torn apart and the contents were spread on the floor. Garbage was strewn about the surrounding area, and handprints believed to belong to the suspect were surrounded. It is believed that the suspect had for some reason taken out the garbage and struck it with his fist. In addition, there was a note sticking to the fridge. Was there a needle? Were written on it. The meaning behind this remains unclear. Just in case, the garbage was searched, but a needle was not discovered. The garage door was functional. It had been left open ever since the suspect moved in. Garage door found closed. The suspect's fingerprints were scored on the garage door. The reason behind this remains unknown. The suspect fled the scene of the crime. However, a patrolling Hinamizawa local PD found the suspect collapsed outside a phone booth. At the time of discovery, the suspect was unconscious and critical condition. He was rushed to a local hospital for treatment and did not regain consciousness and died 24 hours later. The results of the autopsy indicate the immediate cause of death had been hypovolemic shock. It was determined that the subject had clawed his own throat with his fingernails, and the resulting bleeding caused his death. Similarity between this death and Tomitake's the prior week, police believe there would be a connection at opening the investigation. However, due to the wishes of local authorities, it has been confidential information. Due to the abnormal nature of the death, it was suspected drugs were involved. As Tomitake's son, no traces were discovered. What prompts the cause is inexplainable, as the case being treated as an act of committed on impulse. However, several accounts of the suspect's bizarre behavior leading up to the incident. It is possible that this was premeditated, separating his group of friends, isolating inexplicable behavior. Several days before the incident, the suspect began carrying around a metal bag. The suspect observed displaying aggressive behavior as well as talking to himself at school. His classmates have actually had portions. 2 days before the incident, the suspect declared to his parents the possibility of his death. Due to these circumstances, the police have begun an investigation into the possibility this crime was not committed on insult, and instead planned several days in advance. Afterwards, a note was found in the suspect's room. He had written himself. The note was in 2 sheets of B5 college-ruled notebook and had been torn in half, and to conceal what was hidden inside behind the clock. Contents are reading on the appendix. The police believe it's strongly related to the incident. Police changed their line of investigation based on the possibility that the subject was involved in some sort of incident himself. However, no further clues were found casting on the credible of the note. The crime, impulsive, premeditated, was the situation unclear. No further developments. The case was labeled as unresolved. Over the following year, suspicion arose regarding the nature of the note. The note was written in 2 halves, B5 from 2 separate sheets. It was originally a single sheet of B5 paper. In order to erase several lines in the middle, someone had torn them out. Judging from the size of the letters missing, the estimated section would be 2 to 3 lines. It's highly probable that the person who eliminated these lines in question is not the subject. In addition, judging from the traces of large quantities of cell phone tape being stuck to the top of the back of the clock, speculation that something other than the note was stuck there has arisen. The person who first discovered the crime was a detective rumored to have a connection with Higurashi. He went under voluntary questioning but denies involvement in any damages to the note. The suspect's note. I catch him on bar. I'm in fear of my life. I don't know why they are after my life. The only thing I knew is that it has to do with Orochi of Soma's curse. Reina, Amino, and conspirators as the perpetrators. There are 4 or 5 adults, maybe more. They have a white van. Saw the first sheet. Everything below has been ripped out. On the second sheet, everything above had been ripped out. I had no idea what become of this. You're reading this, and I'm probably already dead, though the only difference may be the presence or lack of a body. If you are reading this, please uncover the truth. That is my only desire. Yashiroreaper. A new scenario has been unlocked. Please uncover the truth. I think I beat the game, guys, so I'll see you in another episode where we try to actually solve the mystery to this. So thank you all very, very much, and I gotta go, so bye! Hey guys, this was Yashiroreaper, and thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit the bell to be notified and join the notification squad. Also, check out my Teespring and Redbubble shops, links below, with my Tumblr, Tapastic, and Amino app name. Thank you for watching. Hit the Patreon icon to help me continue making cool content for you all. Love you guys, and see you in the next video. Bye!